Shalom, wonderful people of God. I celebrate graces. Every day with God is every day in victory. You are welcome to season 2 of Flavours of Love. The Lord has been so faithful to us. I'm Agyemang, and I'm so excited that you are watching us now on Genesis TV, Alpha TV, my YouTube page, and all other social media handles at Lady Mercy Agyemang Elvis. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page and click on the notification bell so that you can receive notifications anytime we are live. I believe Flavours of Love Season 1 was a blessing to you. If you missed it, you can watch it on my YouTube page. It's such a great privilege to host Sir Willie once again, a great and affable man of God. Most of us know him, but for those who don't know him, he's Williams Esiama Kakari, the founder and executive director of PDF, Purity Direction Foundation, a ministry dedicated to sexual purity and relational issues. He's a preacher, sexual purity advocate, counselor, Christian event MC, and an author. He has written 2 books, Let's Talk About Sex and Sex Abstinence on My Mind. His ministry has reached many youth groups, churches, colleges, and universities across the country. He hosts an annual conference dubbed Sexual Purity Clinic, which serves to challenge the sexual convictions of every person and realign this generation towards sexual integrity. His core-hearted messages are of sexual purity, chastity, being aware of one's identity in Christ, and the power of God through Christ to save and deliver. He commits his life to impacting his generation through his leadership, attitude, and communication at any given platform. Sir Willie is an old student of Prempeh College and an alumnus of Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, where he studied biological sciences. He holds a Master of Arts degree in guidance and counseling. His hobby is talking, not just talking, but talking to uplift. His work word is popularity, it's not relevance. That's powerful. You're welcome, sir, to this program. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation once again.
Thank you for inviting me back. It's a blessing to be here.
Wow, hallelujah. People of God, get ready for a very powerful and insightful session. We'll go for a short break. When we come back, I'll introduce our topic for today.
Start your day with inspiration and upliftment. Join Lady Mercy Agyemang on Daily Capsules, airing Mondays to Fridays at 7:30 a.m. on Alpha TV and Genesis TV. Tune in every morning for a dose of motivation, education, and spiritual growth. Don't miss out on the blessings. Set your reminders and make Daily Capsules a part of your morning routine.
Are you looking for the perfect hostel as a student? Look no further. Karis Court is your destination for an awesome campus experience. With our ultra-modern facility located at Bomsu, a walking distance from campus, we make sure your stay is an experience to remember. Our spacious and beautiful rooms provide a comfortable retreat after every long day of lectures. Enjoy our air-conditioned rooms with 43 inches TV, DSTV, a personal refrigerator, and a wardrobe. Have access to our clean kitchen with 2 lockers. Stay fit at our state-of-the-art fitness center. The facility also offers a laundry service, the study room, a restaurant, dedicated Wi-Fi, supermarket, shuttle, a prayer and worship hall, and a standby generator. We also have 24-hour surveillance with CCTV cameras and security personnel to ensure all students are safe. Our dedicated and friendly staff is always here to ensure your needs are met. Experience true hospitality and create unforgettable memories at Caris Court. Choose safety, choose comfort. Stay with us. For more information, call 0246 721 290 0549 207 096.
Welcome back from the break. Have you ever smiled in public but cried in private? Have you ever told yourself you are fine, but deep inside, something is aching? Today, we are talking about something many people carry quietly, a broken heart. Sometimes it still shows up, still serves, still believes, but deep inside, something feels shattered. Most relationships have records of breaking up several times. This is always a sign that someone in the relationship has seen that it is not supposed to be. There is toxicity somewhere, but he or she lacks the power to walk out. People know it very well if a relationship is damaging. They are probably in it because they don't know how to break out. Love is the most powerful force on earth. If it takes over you, you need more than just a desire to break free from its bondage. A human being is not a thing that can easily be discarded. That is why several customary rights are observed to acquire him or her as a marriage partner. You have every right under heaven and the law to leave who you are not married to. The essence of relationship and courtship is to know each other so well enough to make the final decision of keeping the person as a partner or breaking up with the person. There are red flags that if you see in a relationship and your partner refuses to stop, no threatening from them should stop you from walking out of that union. Step out and don't look back. One of the greatest show of maturity is to love your partner and yourself so much to walk out of a relation that can crush both of you. Beloved, the only change you should expect in marriage is for your partner to be worse than what he or she was in the relationship. So if you are struggling to handle the mistreatment in the relationship, then be prepared for a double dose in marriage. The one-wolf experience in marriage can easily bring the beast out of partners. I remember God's servant shared on Alpha Hour. The Bible says in Luke 4 verse 18 that the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because He has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted. Jesus was sent to heal the brokenhearted first. That means the number one sickness is broken heart. In this discourse, we are not rushing healing or pretending the pain doesn't exist, but to acknowledge the hurts, understand it, and most importantly, discover how God meets us in the middle of it. If you are listening today with pain you can't fully explain, if you have questions you don't have answers to, or wounds you haven't healed from, this conversation is for you. We are going to talk honestly about what broken heart really is, why emotional pain can linger like a hangover, and how God brings healing without rushing the process. So now, let's talk about breakup hangover. Broken hearts, not as the end of the story, but as a place where healing can begin. So Sarili, what does it really mean to have a broken heart? I think broken hearts is English and broken hearts, okay. And people of God today will try to combine both the chi and English.
Sure. So broken hearts is It's basically a phrase that is used to signify somebody who's going through emotional pain as a result of losing a significant relationship. Okay. Just before I talk about that one, let's look at the physical heart. The heart biologically has a role of pumping blood and nutrients to various parts of the body, and then also eliminating toxins. And if you want the heart pumping blood is able to work on that, and then nutrients are pumped to parts of your body, and then all that. One thing about the heart is if the heart stops working and then blood doesn't reach your brain, the maximum time you have for the brain to stop functioning is 4 minutes, which means that an attack on the heart is very deadly.
Very deadly.
Let's skip to scripture. Proverbs has said that guard your heart because out of the heart flows the issues of life. Other verses of the Bible talks about the fact that it determines the course of your life. She say, "Krawakuma esene de udisie nyina every say emuna adie nyina free eba." That means that the essence of your life is from the heart. The heart determines the decisions you make. And as I talk about the heart, we are not supposed to be dwelling on the physical heart like I explained earlier, using the heart pumping blood, but we are supposed to look at the heart as the catalyst for our desires, our emotions, our intentions, our feelings. So whenever I talk about the heart, the Greek word used is cardia, K-A-R-D-I-A, which means your emotions. So we are basically talking about how you react emotionally to losing someone. Basically, that is broken heart.
Wow. So then with this, what brings about broken hearts?
So in a relationship, people who have their hearts broken, of course, that's the aftermath of the relationship ending. Because of some of these things. The first one I want to mention is toxic people. Toxic people. Toxic people in respect of the people, the two persons involved in a relationship, and then a third party could come in. And see, nipa menu no more relationship now. It's possible that the behavior of one of them is consistently detrimental to the other person. Whatever the other person is doing to the other party is not right, and for that reason, it becomes toxic. Whenever you live with toxic people, it becomes very deadly. It becomes very worrying, because whatever they are doing is not helping you to expand, rather it's reducing you. There are three things involved in every relationship. Is that you are increased, you are decreased, or you are neutralized. So if you're in a relationship, you realize that you bonded to this person is continually and consistently making you decreased. Best at it, neutralized. You are stagnated, not going on in life. It means that this relationship, one way or the other, is a toxic one. Then the other part of the toxicity is when we have third parties coming in. For example, you might be in a relationship with somebody, and the person has friends or a friend who is having a bad energy, negative attitude, okay? And then the one party is not too okay with the fact that you have friends who are giving you negative vibes or negative energy, and then complains that you need to stop seeing them. But you feel that they are your friends. You actually met them before you met him or her, and for that reason, he cannot tell you what to do. Such things can cause people to break their relationships.
Because the attitude of your friends can rub off
Definitely.
on you.
They say, show me your friend, I'll show you your character. It's possible that whatever they are doing, at one point in time, you begin to reflect them in your relationship with the other person.
And they say your life reflects the influence of the 5 people you spend most of your time with.
Okay.
So that's very true.
Yeah. And the kind of crowd you surround yourself with determines the cloud around you. Okay. Let me talk about this. Influence is a word. Influence is a word which has a particular communicable disease in it, in the spelling of influence, and the word is flu, F-L-U. So I tell people that anybody that is influencing you has a great impact in your life, because it's possible that you will easily contaminate that which they carry. Okay, so when we talk about toxicity in this sense, the people you are connected to, if the other party is not too, it's not as if he's jealous or he's nagging or complaining, but it's obvious that the people you are connecting to, they have bad energy, like I said. Their attitude, their character, their behavior is not too good, and for that reason, he or she sees the need that you sever that relationship with them. But if you see the need to still connect with them, it's possible that the other party might not be too confident, too comfortable, and will decide to, call it quits.
Yeah.
So toxic people is one of them. The other side of toxicity is when sex becomes a preoccupation in that relationship. Okay. Now the world might not see it as something salient because they see it to be a casual thing. Okay. I've engaged people who think that before they really enter into the institution of marriage with people, they should do some of these things. But I want to speak to everybody that one of the things that can be very toxic, poisonous in a premarital relationship is when sex becomes a preoccupation. And this toxicity is for both persons involved in that kind of relationship. We can't take it for granted. It's one of the things that can be very detrimental to the well-being of both would-be couples, and is supposed to be given a critical look. So the second cause I want us to look at is when people withhold affection and then care, attention. You are not yet married, but one of the things you should understand is that when you are in a committed relationship, and with this I'm talking about people who are really committed to ultimately getting married. We are not talking about the JHS type of things, the SHS and then the tertiary institutions kinds of things. No, people who are really committed to this and they know that ultimately they are getting married. Some things you can do which are affectionate but not necessarily sexual. Because in this generation, anytime we talk about people showing affection, the first thing that comes into our mind is something sexual. You can spend quality time with a person. And quality time here means that anytime you sit down, values are shared. You're not just sitting down looking at each other. And then looking at each other, silence comes into the fray. And what happens is that anytime there is silence between people of the opposite sex who are romantically connected, the enemy feels the silence. And it fills it normally with sexual intimacy.
Keeps them busy.
That's it. So you're supposed to spend quality time together. You could attend events together.
Okay.
You could decide to have a conversation around something both of you value together. Then another thing you can do when it comes to you showing affection is words of affirmation. You should be able to give compliments about people's character. Nowadays, you don't meet many good people. So if you met a lady, met a guy whose character is that good, compliment it. I like the fact that you don't get angry at things I do easily. It's a compliment. What you're doing is that you're actually encouraging the person to do it more. Tell them you are proud of them. Somebody actually got a degree, first degree. You said nothing to this partner of yours. Somebody opened a new shop. He's your person. You said nothing. Just tell the person you are proud of them. These are words of affirmation. Then also, thoughtful acts of kindness. You can be kind to people, checking up on them. I mean, during the day, you can just pick up your phone, call, and check up on the person. It's not just about you getting the expensive gift ever you can give to people. Check up on them. You can give them gifts. And we're not talking about you going to break your bank to buy a gift. Something very common, but it could add up to the person's life. So these are the things you can do.
Those who are with spouses who say they are always busy.
As in they are busy that they cannot check up on them.
Yes.
I mean, if you are busy and your busy schedule is not incorporating your spouse, that is dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
Because if you are talking about you being busy, one of the people that must fit into your busyness is your spouse. And you cannot take it for granted at all. I mean, I wouldn't really understand it if indeed you are married to somebody for life. It's a lifetime thing. It's part of your life, your system, your day-to-day activities, and you are busy to the extent that you can't even remember to say, I called to check up on you. That's very dangerous. So when people begin to withhold affection and attention from people, it can cause breakups. I've had times where people have called me like, Sir Willie, I'm confused about my guy because he never called to check up. You call, he doesn't pick, he sees the missed call, he doesn't return the missed calls. And I think I'm devastated. What should I do? I can't tell you what you're supposed to do. You know, you need to sit down with them and think if you can handle that.
If he doesn't make time for you, he doesn't call you, he doesn't check on you, it means that he's checking on another person.
Highly possible. Highly possible. Except that, again, the excuse that work has actually made him busy. But I'm saying that, do you know why when you go to corporate settings, many managers, bosses have their family portraits on their desk? I never understood it until one time. I had a story, very profound one. A man, they realized that the company was making so much, they were paying so much bills when it comes to calls that goes out. And they checked, one particular name came out. It was this guy who was making calls with the company's airtime a lot of the times. So the main boss called him and then asked him, what is happening here? Because realized that, oh boy, then they checked, and then when they checked the call log, all the times he was at the office calling, it was the wife he was calling.
Wow.
Now they tried to connect productivity in the company per the time he did the calls, and they realized that he was one of the people who was very productive.
Wow.
In the institution. They said, Charlie, make more calls. So make more calls. The reason why you have those portraits there is because it gives energy. You look at them, you see the need for you to work diligently.
You're motivated.
Yes, you're motivated with integrity and then do your things well. Okay, so we are saying that when it comes to spouses, married couples, you cannot take it for granted you checking up on people. Then also when it comes to would-be couples, you can't also say you are that busy that for a whole day, for 2 days, some people for 1 month. How busy can you be for a whole month? I mean, it's excuses upon excuses. Like you were saying, it is possible that someone else is taking opportunity to engage that particular person.
You know, sometimes you need to talk to the person, you need to take a decision, and then you reach out to this person, you are not getting through to the person. Sometimes you are able to get through to the person and say, I don't have time, do whatever you want to do whatever that will help you, or whatever you are talking about, I don't even have any idea.
When the party that needed to make a decision with the other partner calls, and then you kind of say you are busy, what is happening is that if he had an ultimate answer to what she wants, probably she wouldn't have called you. So then, the time you said that you are busy, she or he begins to think of the next person to call. The dangerous aspect is what I'm going to say. If the person has an ex who was that good at making decisions with them, he will be the next in line to be called. As Antifo can't say me, almost say, to wait. You know, there was a vibe between me and this person, though we had our own issues and then we broke up. But when it comes to we sitting down, taking decisions, this guy is top notch. He will engage, she will engage, they will start communicating. And I'll tell you one of the things as we move on. One of the things that makes people difficult to forget breakups is they remember those good times they share with their exes. So what you are not doing, somebody is seriously making points there. Obi scored 3 points. Those who lose the game, you know. And so I think it's something that any person who is in a premarital relationship shouldn't take.
So they go back to their ex not with the intention to have sex with them,
yes,
or sleep with them. You can find this in one of the books, 7 Stages into a Godly Marriage, and I think I shared this on day 5 on Daily Capsules, 20 Days of Love. Be with me or lie with me. Bible says in Genesis 39 that Potiphar's wife desired Joseph, so she told him to lie with her. She kept pursuing day by day and told him that lie with me or be with me. So the lie with me and be with me are 2 traps or 2 strategies.
Yes.
Lie with me is let's have sex, and be with me is just hang around, you know, we are just friends, besties. We'll just chat when I'm bored, we'll go and sit somewhere and chat, eat when I'm stressed up and all of that. But the dangerous part is the be with the person. Most people think that the dangerous part is just to sleep with the person, because the moment you spend more time with someone, you begin to fall in love with the person.
Exactly.
So if you've broken up with your ex, the more you spend time, you go back, spend time with your ex. My current spouse is not making time for me, is not doing this for me. The moment you go back, there's the likelihood that you fall in love again and even eventually end up sleeping with the person.
What you are saying is very true. You know, there are 3 stages which will cause any married person unintentionally to enter into adultery. 1 is friendship stage, 2 is conversational stage. That's the be with me. Then before you realize, belonging stage. So the be with me is once my partner is not talking to me, there is another person.
There's another person. We are just talking.
Yes, we are just talking. Before you could say, Jack, you are belonging, and it becomes another whole issue for you to explain. So this affection thing and then attention thing. I remember when I was, I just hope viewers will not say I'm a bad boy. When I was in senior high school, senior secondary school. Yeah, check. So I remember whenever we are getting to Form 3 at our place, at our school, success cards were something which was very important to everybody. Once you have a success card, most especially from ladies, of course, I went to a boys' school. Obiang was a guy. You are the G. And me, the way I was, it was quite obvious that I'm not a success card, maybe. Because I didn't know a lot of ladies. And I want to be so best. And I happened to sleep in a cubicle where everybody could enter. And then, so I asked one of my seniors who was living that, before you leave, gather all your success cards and then let me inherit them. So he gathered them. I inherited the success cards of my seniors and I had to hang it. Though I knew they were not mine. It was 3 people that sent me success cards. My uncle, and then one other person I was not too connected to. All these 2 success cards couldn't give me motivation for me to study. Until one girl sent me a success card. And that girl is my wife currently.
Wow.
So that card came, I realized that somebody cared about my success. You understand? And these are the things we are talking about. It shouldn't necessarily be sexual. I mean, this generation should understand it. When we talk about you showing affection and then care. So it's one thing we need to understand to ensure that we are doing what is necessary.
So sometimes on your birthday or a special occasion, you can receive the messages from everyone, but there's just this one particular person that you're expecting a message from.
You know, it gets to the extent where if the person doesn't call you at a certain time,
yeah.
I don't know what how many part 20 friends and I'll frame it. When I'm also frame it first. I don't want to frame it 12 midnight. You know, all of course this showing care and affection, it has its excesses.
Yeah.
You know, but we are saying generally people should show care if indeed you are going out with somebody. Listen, you cannot be more prayerful to the extent that you don't care about the person you say you are connected to. Your fraud they be a vampire. Yes, vampire we no beche pano. Okay, Jesus in his busyness after preaching still showed compassion to people when the disciples were not even thinking about that. Scripture says, he had compassion. He said, Jesus had to find food for them to eat. So you cannot be that busy in any form at the expense of showing care and affection for the person you said you are committed to.
That's great.
So the third one, which will cause breakup, is when people are liars.
Nice.
Yeah, there are people who are chronic pathological liars, and it's very.
They are also called mythomaniacs.
Okay.
Mythomaniacs.
Okay. I'm learning a new word today. So you give up dishonesty, and it is sure that this relationship is heading to the rocks. Anytime lies come in, issue of trust also comes in.
Yeah.
If you lie, people cannot trust you. You lie 1, 2, 3, they begin to now think, and then they are like, am I really with the right person? Can I trust this person? Okay, so trust issues become a problem. It happens like this: you marry, eventually you are traveling, and they are beginning to wonder whether indeed you are going to the place you said you are going to. That's when they are eager to check your phones, check your WhatsApp messages, and then they want to know everything about you because they are not too comfortable. Before we got married, you were lying. What is the guarantee that you didn't lie now? So
God's servant said that nobody has the anointing to handle lies.
Okay. I mean, that is an apt statement.
Yeah.
So anytime you hold on to lies and dishonesty in your premarital relationship, you should know that not everybody can stand that, and obviously they want to check out.
Yeah.
Now, one other thing that lies could lead to is cheating. Okay. So every liar in a relationship, every liar is obviously close to being a cheater. If you cheat because already you were a liar, cheating becomes easy because now you have different curriculum and strategies, syllables to lie. You know how to say that you went for all night. You were even the person who was helping with the protocol. And that you were handling people that were under the anointing.
Yeah.
And obviously, some of the time, when we link church to some of these lies, we tend to believe. Okay, so once you want to hold on to lies, cheating becomes easy for you. You learn new ways of lying. You have to find a new lie to cover the old lie.
Yeah.
Obi o twan to bi an nsem dos. Cause also obi epunu also tu na ko bi epunu fofo. And you just have to be juggling things to ensure that people get to understand you.
A wise man said that cheating on someone you don't want to lose with someone you want to lose is called madness.
Okay.
If you have been cheated on for more than once, then you're in the wrong relationship. If you are listening, break that relation. Break.
It's funny but true. But you see, when you tell such people to break their relationship, so I was in a meeting and I was talking about this same thing. Then somebody said, it's like, this guy is telling me that I don't understand the fact that he's in love and I'm telling him to break. If you intend to stay in this kind of relationship where you are cheated on consistently, then something very heavy and weightier should be keeping you there. And I want to find out.
You are the problem.
Yes, you are the problem. I want to find out what is keeping you there. I once had a call from somebody. I don't know how this guy has been beating her. The guy got her pregnant, and the guy asked that she abort. She actually agreed and aborted. Eventually, the reason why she called me was that the guy is in for another girl and she doesn't know what to do, so she's calling me to find out. You can't find out for me, please. You can't. You know, I wrote something on my status some time back. Don't dispense reasoning in favor of emotions. Let me repeat it for free. Don't dispense reasoning in favor of emotions. Sometimes when emotions override you, common sense becomes very expensive. Just because emotions have overridden you. This thing is supposed to be a common sense and you're rocket science. You don't need to sit in a science class to understand this thing or do this thing. But just because you think emotions has gotten over the better of you, you just can't decide that I want to quit this. So obviously it's one of the things people wouldn't understand if you tell them to break it. But it's something that we should look at and we shouldn't take for granted. And
there are also some, should I say, they graduate from lying to scamming. You know, right after accepting the proposal, there's this debt I have to pay, or you just send me some money after that. If I don't pay the debt, you can't marry. Or there are some travel documents that we have to work on. I want us to marry outside the country. I want us to spend the honeymoon there. So send me this amount of money. Right after that, you know here for the first thing again.
Yes, and that's another kind of liars. They come in a scam, yeah. They come to scam you. They come to raid you. That's the word. They come to raid you. These are thieves who are very wise. They're not wise, but they are confident in their stealing, and they can use whatever means to take money from you. They lie.
So really, as you talk about lying, I think that we can also talk about hypocrisy. There are a lot of hypocrites now. My example, Obaduwa Nanuya Yapa. You know, there are some people who can insult for Africa to cover your entire lineage. So Shiabemana, hello, you know, I'll do anything for you. You are the head. Lead me and I'll follow you. You know, I don't like money. You know, anything goes for me. Breno has to say yeah, hypocrisy say yeah, until you realize that this person is not who she says she is.
What him say? Obi obeshani bi obeka say I don't like money. Be also obiane.
Hey.
So what she will be then the something the person wants to say just to make you feel that omba say obe pesca say I don't like money. It should tell you
I don't love you because of your money.
I don't love you because of your money. It should tell you that why should you mention that first?
The fact that you thought about it.
Money is good though.
Everybody likes money.
Don't come and tell me that I don't love you because of your money. Yes, fine. It might be true that you don't, but don't come and tell me that. Just let us be. Because you see, what cancer I know me is come as you see our own case there be wonji.
Now your transfer money is here.
Your transfer is here obeji. I went somewhere and then I had coins in my pocket. So I took money out of my pocket. It was only coins. Somebody took it to do something. When he finished, said, "Oh, but your Joe coins back now. Uni pipe biya or I thought so. Cause many coins no pay scale. I said, but uni pipe biya or that means coins in the on paper. Obia pay scale. Okay. My point is that you saying that I don't love you because of money is not as if you are lying, no. But don't let it come out. Everybody likes money. Okay. But there are other weightier things we look at. That we don't place monies at the expense of such things. Okay, because we know people who are in a very affluent homes, marriages. There is money. Money is not an issue, but they are not happy.
Yeah. Money is not everything.
Yes, money is not everything. So don't bring money to the forefront. There are other things you can mention, there are other things you can say. Because so can just own pay scar. No, this car to one uncle far. Yes, we can
control.
So yes. So it's better you leave it at that. And let's move on.
Yeah.
So the third cause for breakup is long distance relationship or long distance woes. Research has shown that couples who live distance apart, they have high levels of distress, and most of them are not satisfied in their marriages. If you don't have plans to meet in person, it's one of the things that can make the relationship break up. I never know what you are doing where you are. Okay. This is not to discount people who are in long distance relationships, so people should take note of that. But we are just saying that if this thing becomes the norm, then you are in for another awakening, which you might not so much like. So one of the causes among the many we are mentioning is the fact that you decide to stay in a long distance relationship. It becomes quite difficult. You never know other aspects of the person. Even people who are together, who are in close proximity, they are having issues. How much more? Talk less of people who are far away. You make calls, and it's as if this person is always at one spot. Always at one spot. What is happening? Who is at the other end that you don't want to go there? You make calls, and then he's saying that we can't do video call. Why can't we do video call? Okay, so it raises a lot of questions. I mean, you should be in a relationship where you are not suffocating because of what you think somebody is doing or not doing. Okay, so if anybody is in a premarital relationship where there is a long distance issue, make plans to ensure that you are meeting in person if it is possible. So for people who are in long distance relationships, one of the issues which they face is you not getting to know the person, getting to know a lot about the person. Another question people will raise is, if you are asking us that we should be together at least to get to know ourselves, where that sex comes in. If you are asking us to be together, then people can also argue that then we should also try premarital sex. Now, I believe two groups of people are watching us as we have this discourse. People who are Christians, who are believers, who believe in the person of Christ and the principles of Christ, and people who don't believe in Jesus nor his principles. Let me talk to the first group of people. For people who believe in the principles of Christ and the person of Christ, the word of God is clear. Premarital sexual intimacy is not allowed. Full stop. No explanation. For people who don't believe the person of Christ and the principles, one thing you should understand is that you having close intimacy in the area of sex, as we are talking about long distance issue, because you need to know the person, and we are saying that sex shouldn't come in, but you think that one of the things that will help you know the person is to have sex. What we want to say is that you are also setting up yourself for a moment of your life where you have to deal with issues of trust again. Why am I saying that? Anytime you give up yourself premaritally for this sexual intimacy, what is happening is that you are setting up a foundation to now contemplate whether indeed this person could be trusted outside my presence or not. Because whilst we are not married, he or she was able to give himself to me. Now that we are married, he is going somewhere. Can I trust that? He wouldn't do that, she wouldn't do that. So it is not justifiable. As much as we are saying that you should be in close proximity, we are not bringing in the issue of sex. I think it's a point that we should make it very clear to people so that they wouldn't want to say that because we are asking that there should be close proximity, then we could also try sexual intimacy. So the question that people again will ask is, so if you are asking that we shouldn't know ourselves in a sexual sense, how then do you get to know the person in that area? Sexual compatibility. The people who ask these questions they are the people who are already pros in the area of sex. Because if you are meeting people for the first time who have never experienced these things before, what is your problem? We learn on the job. Marital sex is the only thing that learning on the job is allowed. You are going to seek for a job in a company, you might ask for experience. But when it comes to marital sex, you learn on the job. Because you already have multiple times of intimacy with other people, and you are probably thinking, how well would I be good for this person?
So you are comparing.
That is it. It becomes a worry for you. Otherwise, what's my worry? Okay? If I'm using a phone for the first time, and you are using that same phone for the first time, we are asked to now get to know the phone very well. You have never used the phone before. I've never used it before. I'm trying to find my way through the phone. You are laughing at me. Why are you laughing at me? It's as if you know better. You don't know anything better. All of us don't know. We look at the thing. We surf through the phone. We get to know the features of the phone. We use it together. So again, I am saying this thing to debunk the ideology that once we are saying that we should know ourselves, sexual intimacy should be allowed. No. It cannot be part of that.
Yeah.
Another point.
It's a big no.
It's a big no.
Yeah.
Capital letter, red ink. Another cause of breakups, excessive jealousy. I think everybody has...
The key word is excessive.
I think everybody has a state of jealousy some way, somehow in us. And more so in married couples. Okay, so there is a hormone called vasopressin.
Antidiuretic hormone.
Okay.
I think that's another name.
So it's a commitment hormone or a monogamy molecule. What happens is that during intercourse between a husband and a wife, it's released to ensure that it's creating the desire for each other one more time and loyalty.
Yeah.
It's there. For people to be excessively jealous to the extent that you are checking every whereabouts of this person. You want to know everything that is happening. It's another way of pressing the necks of people when they have not asked that their necks are aching them. So I have this lady who calls me, and then we are on phone, we are talking, and somebody is calling in. She's not picking the call. And I'm like, I can hear somebody calling, pick the call. No, it's nobody important. I was like, really? She said yes. The call was coming through. And I was like, no, let me cut the call, pick the person's call. So I hung up, and then she went to pick the call. 2 minutes time she came back. She said, Willie, I told you it was nobody important. I said, who was it? She says, my boyfriend. And I said, oh, really? I don't get this. Explain for me to understand. He said the guy is complaining about a picture she placed on her status with her female friends at the mall.
Okay.
The guy is saying that he suspects there is a guy amongst them. And the girl is like, what is bringing about this suspicion? And then the girl goes ahead to say that this guy is overly jealous. To the extent that even the girl talking to me while she was calling, the girl told her that I'm talking to one counselor. He said, I don't care which counselor you are speaking to. This is an overly jealous person. For anybody that tends to be overly jealous, you want to be checking every beep on your guys, on your ladies' phone. You want to go into the DMs.
It's lack of maturity.
That is immaturity. You know what you're doing to yourself? You are also suffocating yourself. We need peace of mind. You hear some view. You for pressure metal life to say. And we are some money and a dozen papa. You will get a broken heart before your heart actually gets broken.
You get a broken heart before your heart gets broken.
Yes. So relax, and of course, if you trust your person, these things shouldn't be something that should come into the picture. Just because you don't trust each other, that is why you want to be knowing every single thing about them. It's not necessary. It's the cause for headaches, and then all other emotional destabilization that comes with you trying to know those things. So we shouldn't be excessively jealous when it comes to our relationship with other people.
So I think when you mentioned the hormone vasopressin, I think that vasopressin levels are higher in males than females.
Sure.
So maybe that's why the males are more jealous, possessive, and protective over their relationship. That's a very powerful one. So Willie, as we talk about jealousy, then we can also mention insecurity.
Exactly. You are overly jealous because you are insecure. Wait, anytime you see a lady with your guy, one sign of your insecurity is when you confronted your guy, you started talking about the physical features of the lady. You are like, what is it that she has on her that I don't have? It's a sign of insecurity. Possibly it's somebody who is being a therapy to this guy you call your guy. Probably he's in some stress. I want him to be able to catch you. And now, you never know. And now, what do you
work on his sister?
His sister, I want him because of relation.
You don't know. Oh,
that's another thing which is worrying.
Yeah.
You are overly jealous over somebody whose parents don't know you. Family, nobody knows you. It's only the guy who knows you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're overly jealous. Okay, so issues of insecurity can be mentioned here. For people who are excessively jealous, it's possible that you have insecurity tendencies and you should be watching it.
And there are some people who don't want their spouses to rise in life or to rise above them in life.
Yes, yes. So for married folks, I mean, if you are jealous that your partner is going higher in life, then I don't get you, because the last time I checked, the two becomes one. If your husband or your wife is given a higher calling, wherever she is going, he is going. If indeed he is a woman, he is a man that really understands that you two are together, you are going along with him or her. If, for example, your spouse receives an invitation to move from Cantamanto to Canada, that's a higher level of travel. It's obvious that he or she who has received that invitation can say to the invitees that I want to come with my spouse. They have no option because they actually want you to come. So you're actually moving along with them. And in any case, your name is connected to him or her. So what is the essence of jealousy? People become jealous to the extent that when their spouses are climbing academic ladder, they are jealous about it. When they are moving higher professionally,
promoted,
they are jealous about it. And I think that there is no room for such things. For would-be couples, you have somebody you are connected to romantically in a relationship who has been struggling to even write an deck to get to the university. You're already in the university. He gets to write an deck after the set time, passes to come to the tertiary institution, and you are jealous because you are the only person who wants to go to the university. Why? Because you actually want to now use your influence to lord over him or her. So university, university, only degree, more degree, and it goes for the men most especially.
And some people have shallow minds that Uba university, Uba boys no crab how ajuni.
Yes. Uba boys no better. To the Tnefiani school, as if there are no other ladies in the university who are also doing so well. I think it boils down to the values people have. So then you shouldn't be insecure about some of these things. They rise, you rise with them. They come down, you come down with them. It doesn't matter whether you intend to be with them later or now. Every rise, you are rising with them. Every fall, you are falling with them.
Yeah. And this also leads to unhealthy competition in relationships.
Sure.
And one scripture that should guide us as Christians is in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, I think verse 8, where Bible says that the man is not for or of the woman, but the woman is for and of the man. The man is for God and his agenda. So what Bible is saying is that God has made the man the vision builder. So you, the woman, are in to help and support the visionary, who is the man. You are not in to create or have another vision on your own.
Sure.
So I believe that this scripture must guide us in our relationships and marriages.
Absolutely. Yeah. One common cause of breakups is unrealistic expectations. One of them is when you expect your partner to be perfect. The question is yourself, are you perfect? You want a standard way of living from this guy, from this lady, which you are not. So that unrealistic expectation will lead you to now not getting what you expect. All the time you expect this bar, this threshold, but this person is never getting there. You can become frustrated. You will give up, and then you will talk about you leaving a relationship. One other thing is comparing your current partner with your former. Unrealistic expectations. So there's already a standard you have. You are with a new person. Comparison is now making you frustrated. And obviously, once you begin to compare your current with your former, if it's not up to par, the next thing is, no, I cannot continue this, let's just break up. And it's possible you might want a comeback from the ex.
Yeah.
So unrealistic expectation is another thing that could cause a breakup. Maybe the final thing I want to mention is when you are together for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Okay? Together for the wrong reasons.
For the wrong reasons. And then signs of this is you are in a relationship for money. Eventually, when the person gets to know that you came here for money, they obviously leave you.
Yeah.
You didn't come here for what we could build together. You came here for what I've built already. Ube sente munwa sample nwa say na uko. You ho e bejao. And the money be bring a because of that.
Wow.
Because of bana hombrasiem. But hombrasiem no they set kako. Then again, when you are only with your partner because you don't want to be alone. That is another wrong reason for you to actually hook up to somebody.
No.
I didn't say that you don't want to be lonely. I said that you don't want to be alone. There is a difference. You could be lonely and also you could be alone. There is a point in time of your life where you need to be alone. Even in marital settings.
That's true.
Yes. But then if you are there because you don't want to be alone, it's not as if you need somebody to be thinking about issues with, just that you are somebody who always want people around you. Now, get to understand that eventually when you marry, they will go to work. They might travel. For sometimes 6 months they are not back, 2 months they are not back. So what happens to, I don't want to be alone. Okay? Another reason is when you are with somebody purposely for sex. There is a funny story. So there is this couple who marry. 1 month into the marriage, there is a medical condition on the woman. Doctors now prescribe that the woman can't have intimacy for the next 6 months. Now, for the man who entered into this basically for sex, what happens to you? You obviously want to go looking for another person. If you have excess, then it's working for you. Who are also not proper. Definitely, they want to come back.
Sex is not a cure for lust.
Exactly. Then also, when you are using your partner for a place to live. You know, many people don't have rent money. So then, just to get a place to live, they will get connected to this person. Eventually, again, when the person gets to know that, it's a when you have flat name, me frog on picking. Yes, I bet she crash a flat was out of obviously, you be jaw.
Yeah.
A jaw when you're broken hearts, or because when you'll be able to rent come out. And so these are some of the common reasons why breakups happen.
There are those who are together because people say they look good together.
Yes, good on paper. Good on paper. So it's possible that you can be in a church. Let me use the church setting, where a leader could actually spot a guy who is doing so well at one department, another lady doing so well at another department, go like, come on, you people, the way you can click home. Yeah. You begin to think through and then you try. The fact that it's good on paper doesn't mean that it will be good in front of the examiner. You know, in school, whatever you write is what you are written on. The examiner has a marking scheme. So it's possible that it could be good on paper to people. But when it comes to the marking scheme, it might actually be wrong.
So let your relationship be affirmed by God and your heart, not by the verdict of public opinion.
Third parties, they might be well-meaning people, but we don't want to ultimately relax and dwell on their opinion to make our decisions. There have been countless number of times where people blame their pastors for recommending people to them. I wouldn't want to be the next victim. You know, there was a time a lady sent me 2 pictures of 2 guys, and then she wrote under the pictures, please choose one for me. I said, are you serious? So that you come and tell me that the next time you are beaten, you come and tell me that I chose for you. People should be serious in this generation. We treat issues of marriage and relationship as if we are pushing too damn. And I think we should be very serious about some of these things. I tell people, you don't tell people to choose people for you. You get to choose people based on 2 things: convincing and conviction. You are convinced through information. You are convicted through revelation. When this happens, your heart can never lie to you. And you will gradually be led to the right person as it's supposed to be.
So, Sarili, can we also talk about the natural causes of breakups, like health issues, maybe differences in the genotypes, tribal issues, and there are some people who later pray and say that God says that you can't marry you, or my pastor says that I shouldn't marry you. You know, so there's not really an issue, but due to these reasons, they have to break up.
Yes, so issues like ethnicity, tribalism, that makes people break up. Some of these things you cannot do much about.
Yeah.
Okay. After a long talk, roundtable discussions, the family says that because you are coming from different tribal groups, you cannot marry mine, unless there is an understanding they are getting. In these are times that we are not living in the Stone Age. We are in current times where we are in a global village. You know the funny thing. This same person who is saying that you're not coming from the same tribe with my daughter or my son wouldn't have an issue if a Russian, a Canadian, a Londoner,
American
comes. Onka say, oh, a different tribe there. But Ghana had it, tribe in on pay. I just say, tribe by 7 years.
It's Kasa.
And that's how it is. But I think that there have been a couple of times we've been saddled with such issues where this one is coming from one tribe, another one is coming from another. I think it's an issue of people getting to understand that if indeed we understand that we are coming from one same blood and we are not different, even though we come from different tribes, things could work. But then if the family, most especially your parents, are vehemently against these things, people don't overlook. Listen, the word is don't just overlook and say that I don't care about them. Better sit down, discuss things, attach prayer to it. There's one thing you cannot overlook. I've heard of countless number of times stories about these things where it became bizarre and all such things. It was not too well and too good. So young folks who are having issues with tribalism, please don't overlook it. Don't run away to go and marry. Let things be done.
Don't marry without the blessings of your parents or your family.
Your noming in a kama. Okay, fulfill all righteousness, and then let things be done right. We also mentioned quite apart from the tribalism, issues of genotype and such issues.
Health issues.
Issues of sickling status. Probably you are AS. She's also AS. An obvious 25% chance of you giving birth to SS. What we are saying is that, please, you need to give yourself to advice. Normally, medically, they will tell you that it's not proper that you get married. If you are a faith person, you believe that God can actually rearrange the genotype. That's a miracle for you. Otherwise, medically, they will say that if you don't want much trouble with kids, then obviously you would have to call it quits with the person.
You shouldn't be selfish. Don't just think about yourself.
Yes,
think about the children.
Think about the children. Think about the generation. And in this one, you break up amicably. Probably we'll talk about it going forward.
Wow, it's getting interesting. There's still a lot to talk about. We'll come your way again with episode 2. Bye-bye.
Next on Flavours of Love.
So anytime people who have suffered a broken heart are having difficulty concentrating, we should tell you that you are having a hangover. This could be probably your third breakup, your second breakup. So there is a sense of fear. What if my next one ends up that same? Now that you've broken up, you constantly want to check up. It's one of the common mistakes you will do to prolong this hangover. Constantly checking on their social media platforms to know what is happening with them. You will break your heart more.